The people that are voting no for that.
It's all right.
Isn't that something? Next one that we got, guys, is track number 4. Chuck, your volume could go up a bit if you have a second. This is from Ignacio, ILLOGIC. We've had him on the show. He's a friend. He's a friend of the show. He's a watcher of the show. He's a subscriber. He's a musician. He's active. This one is called Passion Fruit. Let's do it.
That better?
Yeah, that's way better.
All right, good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great.
All I need is
I love this vibe already.
Now when I first started, I wanted to rap simple and plain. Only cared about hitting the stage and fans knowing the name. Never endeavored to get better acquainted with the business. Depended on others to make decisions. I should've listened to mom. Her logic was valid, I didn't care. Knew I was talented. Being illogic could get me where I wanna be. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. No hustle to build, planted seeds didn't work. The harvest to field, the hardest thing to accept. My part in the screenplay. The artist paints the picture regardless. But I handed over the brush and canvas. Abandoned plans to be active. Was happy collecting checks. Showing up and just rapping. Just happened to be young and naive. Didn't have a plan B, trick up the sleeve. I just had a dream. Oh, did I mention the wife and kids needed attention? This is when the mission's distractions change the passion. All I need
What a story.
Right?
That moment of atonement, realize what wasn't working. Open my eyes to focus on what was all worth it. So many lessons digested on how not to stifle my blessings. Sat down for a second to prioritize where I'm heading. Finished my education, even became a master. Admired the grace of patience, embracing my chosen pasture. Experimenting, expanding the palette, building textures, musically growing. Plus as a man I was getting better. Wifey wasn't as stressed once I landed stable employment. Back to the 9 to 5, but actually I enjoyed it. Touring wasn't as frequent, though steady dropping releases. Trying to find a balance, so 2 lives they competing. Still perfecting the journey, still growing every day. I continue chipping away to solidify my place in this culture as an artist and human being. An enlightened path is ever present in each song that I sing like that. All I need is, all I need is.
He's a podcaster too, dude. He really does want to make a difference.
Yeah.
All I need is. All I need is somebody that needs me.
You know what? Like Fat Mike said it perfectly. The future's a podcast. Every artist needs to start a podcast and show them who they really are. Like Logic. Like that song was a biographical podcast song. It was like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I've done, and this is why I'm doing it. It's beautiful. It's once again, it's raw and it's intellectual and it's creative and it's artsy and it's nerdy. You know, that's what I love. You know, that's why I like Cannabis so much, because he's a fucking nerd, bros. And I love that. I love ILLOGIC. It was great sitting down and talking to him and listening to his album with him. That was amazing. I'm going to give that a solid 8.8. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Nice. I like this track a lot because of it gives the view of what the underground MC really like has to grind with and go through to get their art and their music out into the world. You know what I mean? Like he's telling you like, hey, I'm still trying to make music here, but my wife and kids need attention.
9 to 5.
And I had to get this other job. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate the real world aspect of us letting his fans into his life and what it is that he has had to go through to get where he's at in his music career. So for me, this is actually one of my favorite ILLOGIC songs that I've heard. This is a 9 for sure.
9. Preston, what are you saying?
Yeah, I love that. It had a really nice
flow to it, really nice feel to it. I love that beat. It had like a just a nice bounce to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the content. It sounded amazing to me. I'm gonna give it a 9.25. That's in my running for sure.
9.25. Chuck, what do you say?
Nice.
Yeah, this is a 9. It's this is great. For like it doesn't have the same kind of like hard hitting that a lot of the other tracks on here do, but it's it's really really nice, just like smooth storytelling and flow bounce. Just it put together really well. The production was great. It checks a lot of boxes in that like Hard Flex doesn't.
In the video, a lot of the clips were him at a record store looking through records.
Yeah, and I really like that. So yeah, this was nice. This is 9.
9. Lady Poetic, what are you saying?
Yeah, absolutely. This was great. It was like an autobiography just within a few minutes. The production was dope. There weren't a lot of elements to it, but there were all the right elements to it. Yeah, very relatable. There's so much that goes into being an independent or underground artist.
You recorded a video today. You're on the grind right now.
There's so much that goes into it to carve out. It's not so much as just writing the song, recording the song, and now I'm done. There's X, Y, Z.
There's a whole. Then you get into the industry.
Into
you get into getting a herd. I burnt out, and I tried for 20 years to make a musician. I mean, that's what Spitboss was. That's what all the punk rock bands that I played in. And now I've admitted defeat. I was defeated by the music industry, but I'll get back on it. I'm going to be on Lady Poetic's new album, so everybody go download that.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll give you more details as that comes up. But no, this was legit. It was very relatable for me personally. So yeah, this is definitely a 9. Definitely a 9.
9. 86% in the chat say yes, so it is going on the playlist. Let's get into track number 5. It is from Chuck. We got some Superstition, Old Man Strength, Song of the Night from quite a while ago.
I love how Iggy and
Maybe
I
a little
both
lower, Chuck.
had-
Maybe a little lower, Chuck.
I'll,
Just a little bit.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry. You were rasping out.